gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky. Gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky. Back when it got pink polos, I hurt the ride. Before Cam got the shit to pop, the doors was closed. I felt like bad boy street team. I couldn't work the locks. Now let's go. Take them back to the plan. Me and my mama hopped in that U-Haul van. Any pessimist, I ain't talk to them. Plus I ain't had no phone in my apartment. Let's take them back to the club. At least about an hour I stand online. I just wanted to dance. I went to drink up an hour after I got my advance. I just wanted to shine. Jay favorite line, dog, in due time. Now they look at me like, damn, dog, you what I am. A hip-hop legend, I think I died in an accident. Cause this must be heaven. Cause this must be heaven. Cause this must be. Cause this must be heaven. Cause this must be heaven.
I think I see where we're going with this one, E.
Oh, boys and girls, we're back, baby. Oh, good. God, it feels so good to hear that intro again, guys. We are so glad that you have joined us on October the 3rd, this beautiful Tuesday. We're back. Puckett has returned. We are so glad that you have joined us here on the Betting News channel. My name is Sweatpant Jesus.
Sup, guys? It's Walmart Mac Miller.
And this is Gretzky Betskis.
We have returned for all the ice hockey talk for like 7-9 months. It's gonna be fucking electric. Welcome back to your favorite Tuesday viewing. We were just talking about SOGs. We were just talking about everything. And Shaggy Betts. There he is. See, there he is. You missed it. We will normally have our fourth horseman joining us every Tuesday to hang out with you guys to talk all about the stick and puck. But Shaggy is still feeling a little worse for wear this weekend. He gutted it out with me yesterday on the show. We had a fun time on afternoon Betspresso, but he texted me and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out today, boys and girls." So hello, Shag, sir. We'll have Shaggy back tomorrow. With the wave check, yeah, I got you. It's nice and clean, Carly. It's nice and clean.
Carly,
we appreciate you guys stopping by today for Puckett. As you guys know, the Betting News channel is going live every single day now from here until the Super Bowl, pretty much. So get tapped in. We got Tuesday, we got Puckett. Tomorrow, we got Shaggy Circle, Shaggy by himself. Thursday, we got Afternoon Betspresso. Friday, we got All Sauce Team. Saturday, we got College Mania. And Sunday, we got the Gridiron Gang. Get involved, tap in. Wherever you guys are watching, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever the fuck you are watching us, if you're listening to the Spotify version of this episode, we appreciate that. No matter what, we just appreciate that you're hanging out with us. And you guys are stoked to talk about stick and puck, baby. The NHL is back, boys. How excited are we?
Oh, man. It's so exciting. It's exciting to talk with you two about it. Everybody in chat. Let's go, man.
Let's fucking
go. I mean, out in Phoenix too, like when hockey begins, the weather starts to get nice. Like everything finally is like back to like life is good status out here. So it's like so symbolic once shit gets going out here.
Nice.
I had nice light for about 10 seconds. So yeah. PP. So Adam said the PP is already we are actually literally going to lock in a Prize Picks today, Adam.
We are.
We talked about this before we got started, so the graphic man could not add this to the graphic on the side of the screen, but we are going to cook a Prize Picks for the start of the season on Tuesday. And next Tuesday, we're going to get to talk all about the actual hockey, baby. Let's go. But super stoked to cook something up with you guys at the end of the show today, so be sure to hang out for that. If you have a play that you guys like, drop it in the chat. You guys know the deal. Also, all right, so before we get started, as you can see on the left side of the screen here, if you guys are watching the visual version of this show, we are going to be welcome back. Hello, that was the first one. Check, done. Then we're going to play a little game called Most Pucked Up. We're going to talk about our favorite things we're looking forward to in this NHL season, the 2023-2024 regular season. Drop them in the chat, what you guys are looking forward to the most. What are you most pucked up about? And then we're going to dive into the divisional odds for each division, bring them up on the screen, show you guys where the value is on each division, kind of talk about some favorites, talk about some sleeper picks, kind of see what where the value is out there. And then we're going to talk about favorites for the Hart Trophy, aka the Connor McDavid Trophy, and then we are going to talk about the odds for the Norris as well. Those are two the main trophies that we're going to discuss today. There's obviously a lot more out there, and then we got plenty of time to talk about it all season long, baby. But before we do all of that, which I know you guys are stoked, I'm fucking excited too. Let's go. I would say that we have a big announcement today, boys and girls. So we're going to need everybody in the chat to hold your water for just a second. We might need a little drum roll because in honor of the NHL season beginning, just to let you guys know, we have a massive congratulations because our buddy Gretzky Betskis is joining the betting news team. We are officially going to have Gretzky Betskis scribbles available to you guys on bettingnews.com throughout the NHL season and beyond. So excited to have you a part of the team, brother. Excited to have you finally putting some scribbles out there, and really stoked to hear your thoughts all about the ice every single week.
Yeah. No, so excited to be a part of the team officially. I think we're going to have some pretty tasty articles coming out. Try to get some sneaky things that you may not be seeing a lot of the main cappers putting out on the regular. I stupidly don't have a Coors Light to just shotgun right now, but here we are. Here we are.
God damn it, Betsky. You didn't get the memo. No, it's okay. We're just really happy to have you a part of the squad, man, and super stoked to what you're going to put out there for the NHL season. If you guys aren't already tapping in, please give him a follow at Gretzky Betskis. You're probably following him because he's got 7,000 more followers than all of us combined. But please give him a follow if you're not already. Get involved with what he's got on the ice, and excited to see what you're going to be scribbling out there, brother. So, all right. So in honor of that, Flowers, congratulations. So excited to have you. Super stoked to have you a part of the squad. And I will say, brother, you two, B's not here, but you two were the first two guests I ever had on this show when this channel started a year ago when I started for Betting News. And to now have both of you a part of this squad and a part of this team, talking stick and puck every week, talking all the other sports every day, and actually being able to distribute some winners to everybody is a dream come true for me. I know it's super stoked to bring you guys along for the ride as well, and I'm just excited for what we got moving forward.
Hell yeah, man. I thank you. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Brother, all I did was just open the door, man. You guys kicked it down and came on in, so that's how it goes. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us in the chat too. We want to hear what your winners are. Adam's already been dropping winners. Adam's been waiting for this show for months, as we have.
Adam, we're hitting we're hitting an unders parlay on Sunday. We're gonna hit one.
If you guys missed it on Saturday, I lagged the fuck out for 20 minutes, so NZ had to put up with the chat. And they got surgical without me, which is pretty normal. But excited that we went pretty much 2 for 3 with the PPs. None of them went 5 for 5, but 4 for 5, 4 for 6, and then one of them sold. So we might have to do another under one because that was gross and disgusting. If Alexander Madison remembered that he should forget how to play football, we would have went 5 for 5.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. So if you're not already, like I said, just give us a like on the channel. Drop a like, drop a thumbs up. Every time we go live, you get to come and hang out with us and hang out in the chat like all these beautiful people are. What's up, Chewy? Haven't seen you in a minute. What's up, brother?
Yeah, what's up, bro?
How's it going? Okay, so let's get started today, boys. Like I said, so first thing we're going to talk about today is what you are most pucked up about this season. So what is the thing that you are the most excited to either watch, pay attention to throughout the whole season? I know there's a lot of things, and I know that kind of sprung this on you, gentlemen. So it's okay if you don't have something off the top of your head, but in the chat, drop what you are the most excited for. What gets you the most pucked up to start the season? Betsky, I'll put you on the spot, brother. Do you have something that you're just like itching to find out about this year?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be a homer here. I think the Yotes are gonna be great. Jump on their point total if you haven't already. I think I got it around 73.5, but that lineup's pretty dang good. I mean, I would say it's at least a top 15 forward group, assuming that Cooley isn't Calder worthy. But if Cooley can step it up and be about a 60+ point guy, I mean, watch out. We got 3 lines that we can roll. I think we are going to be able to mismatch against quite a bit of the other teams we're playing against. They call it the Mullet Magic at Mullet Arena over here. So I'm excited to see what we can do. I think this is going to be a team that is kind of turning it around. I could see them, maybe even be hanging in for a wild card spot. and up until like the end of the season, I think they're going to turn heads. So I'm most pucked up for them.
Let's go. We have one from
it's going to happen.
Paul.
I actually could see them being worse next season when they bring in more kids. So this year we got a big mix of vets and some of the kids that are still kind of growing and learning the ropes. Next year we may actually have a lot more rookies on the team. So this is the time to capitalize on it. I think we're going to get really undervalued point props, shots on goals. I mean, nobody looks at this team. We play in a college rink. The books aren't paying attention. So let's make some money off them,
I just want to point this out to you guys because neither one of you were here yesterday. We have a new follower that joined us yesterday, Jay State Farm. Also, what's up, man? Thanks for coming back. New follower, new subscriber too. Thanks for the sub, brother.
Nice.
But he's already casting strays upon Landon. Welcome to the show, man. The strays have been cast. He's only been a member of the show for 24 hours. We love this.
We like you, Jay.
We do. We also love you too, Lando. But yeah, this is a good point too from Paulie. He's most excited to have a puck line live and sweat out the goalie getting pulled. Nothing more exciting than exhilarating watching that empty netter cash your puck line. Let's go. Yeah, he'll fit right in. Yep, Shaggy knows what's up. Yeah, Betsky, I kind of figured you were going to be a little high on your
makes
sense.
Hey.
When we get to talking about the division, there's some pretty tasty odds on your Yotes. You might be
there.
Sprinkle on that one, but we'll get there in just a few minutes. NZ, what are you most pucked up about, brother?
I like that the Yotes too because they brought in Zucker and him and Keller can play well together. I mean, Zucker is dangerous too, so that should be good. But so I'll excuse me, I feel like Vsauce right now. So I'm going to touch on one.
You're the honorary V. If V's not, it's you going.
No shit. I'm excited for the rookies this year. Cooley being one of them, Bedard, Fantilli. I'm actually kind of pumped to see these guys play. I think that Fantilli is going to fit right in Columbus too. So
I'll agree with you. I'll kind of jump off the back of that. I'm excited to see Connor Bedard, bro. I know he's had all the hype. I know he's had all the hype. I know that everybody's kind of fading him, feeling good about him, whatever you want to say. But I'm just excited to see this kid play and see what he can do. And I mean, if he's going to make the Blackhawks any type of relevant this season, or if it's going to take some more time, even if they're not relevant, he's gonna ball out. I really think so. After what we've seen, after everybody talking about it, I'm excited to watch the kid play.
He's not afraid, and that's the thing that I noticed the most in the preseason games. He's playing like he's playing with any other players in any other league. Not like, oh, it's the NHL. I finally made the show. Jitters. He was 14 when he started to join Canadian professional leagues. I mean, nothing's going to really intimidate him. Usually in hockey, these kind of big guys have respect, that for each other. Where I don't see a Victor Hedman looking to blast him because, to be honest, if he runs into that brick wall, that kid's gonna be out for the year with a concussion. But he's so small. That's the thing that really works against him. But I think, like you said, this kid's gonna be something special.
See, people who fade him don't know puck. Dude knows how to play puck very well. Now, all right, so we have a friend of the program who knows puck probably. Well, I don't want to say more than us, but he was one of the original puck knowers of Twitter. Our buddy Fruity.
He also played.
Well, he plays hockey now, but also played hockey previously. Yeah. Who is fading Bedard under goals? So he's not fading him in all capacities, but he's fading his under goals, which that could be all right. But
it's more about the team and the players around him than him. So I mean, if the kid puts up 25 goals, most rookies only could dream of doing it. Right, If he doesn't win the Calder, it's probably because he puts up 25 goals, 60-ish points or so, and someone else just outproduces him. And it's not because Bedard's bad. It's because the Blackhawks are going to be really miserably bad for a little bit here.
Most free bet on earth, according to Lando. How's that Cardinals ticket looking, Lando?
I was just going to say that.
He's going to leave soon, dude. He ain't going to hang around much longer.
Central? Cardinals Central?
Cardinals win the Central? I think the odds for him to win all 19 of them lost. Hey, no Blackhawks slander. We're not slandering the Blackhawks, man. I'm actually legit excited to watch.
They're doing everything right. Yeah, they're doing everything right, but it's gonna be another year or so.
Yeah,
be interesting to see how Taylor Hall plays as well.
Yeah.
I think Bedard is going to make them better, and he's going to feed them a lot. I mean, I can't remember the other guy's name, Antanasiasiono. He has a huge last name, but the way Bedard fed him that game winner the other night or last week, whatever it was, the kid's got the vision, man. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're gonna see some great stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn today, boys and girls. We got a couple likes and a couple thumbs up on Facebook, so we appreciate you guys watching us on the FB.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, if you guys are still doing that, which apparently somebody is, so appreciate you. Yeah, I'm most pucked up for Bedard. That was me. That's what I said. And you know who else I'm most pucked up for, but I don't have to say that. You guys know where that's coming from. My dog Roman.
Yeah.
My dog Roman. I'm so excited to bet on Roman Yossi again. We're a week away. Let's go. We're going to be putting some beans on him today. That's my honorary addition to this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Gotta be. Who the fuck else are the Predators going to have shooting?
I feel like we got to put Bedard in there too.
Possibly. Okay, so in honor of Shaggy, was that you on Facebook? Let's go. We appreciate you. Wherever you're tuning in from. He's got 7 screens, so he's watching us on 5 different screens. We love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about these divisions. First up, which one do we want to do first? Let's do the Metro first. So this is the Metropolitan Division on the screen for you guys. These are the odds available on Bet Online before we got started. They're a little different depending on what book you bet on, but these are the ones that were on Bet Online. The Hurricanes, best in the Metro according to the sports books, plus 180 to win the division. The Devils, close after that, plus 240. The New York Rangers, plus 330. Pittsburgh Penguins, plus 700. NZ your Isles, plus 1,500. Washington Capitals, plus 3,000. Philadelphia Flyers, pretty much a lotto ticket, plus 12,500. And then the Columbus Blue Jackets to round it out, plus 17,500. So, gents, NZ, we kind of touched on this, was it last week when we kind of, sprinkled talking about this conversation? But, Betsy, then I'll let you go first in honor of that. What's your favorite look on this division? If you had to place a futures bet on the Metro, what's your kind of thoughts here for the value?
This one, I would probably stay safe and go Carolina here. I was talking about this division just recently in a kind of a preview show, and while I think Jersey's got a really good shot, the depth that Carolina has is the reason why I back them to win the division. Because if Jersey has some issues with goaltending injuries, let's say Hamilton goes down for an extended amount of time, there's a lot less options to kind of just plug and play. Where Carolina, they got Ronta signed again. Freddie Anderson's back. Both guys get injured all the time, but they had that kid last year, and his name's escaping me because it's nearly impossible to pronounce, who can come in and play some games for them. So I'm not worried about who that third goaltender is. The depth on the blue line is just out of control for Carolina, and they added some good pieces on forward too. I'm really excited about Bunting being on that team. He may be on the top line. I think this just allows them to, again, kind of plug and play, get some mismatches on the lineups. And I mean, we saw a kind of beat up, hobbled together Hurricanes team take Jersey in the playoffs last year. Now, granted, very different teams and very different pieces or stages of their rebuild and where they are as far as a contender goes. But I just have a hard time not liking Carolina to take the division. If I'm going to go for some extra value in a long shot, it's got to be Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I was thinking that actually.
Same. I agree with you. That plus 700 for this Pittsburgh team right now with the addition of Carlson as well. Like we talked about it when we put it together our season-long entry about Carlson on this team. And if they put it together, man, look out at this Pens lineup. Like that's going to be some really interesting stuff. So the 700 is very enticing. But I mean, your points about the Canes are, obviously valid. And Z, what do you think, man?
I think New Jersey. I do think New Jersey takes it. I don't know. They're going to be a better team again this year. I think Vanacek has a huge year personally. I know the guy can't stay healthy, but I don't know. I really think that they take it this year. And I was thinking the same thing that actually Betsky had said about the Canes is they took a beating last year. They got really beat up. They were hurt a lot. It could be a huge difference, obviously, this year. But can they stay healthy is the next question. I feel like one of the more surprising ones on there, because I hadn't really seen the lines, was the Rangers at plus 330.
I was one of the more favorable odds in comparison. I've seen some plus 400s out there, depending on what book for the Rangers. So, yeah, interesting.
I think it's a tale of two teams for them, and I don't think everybody's ready to just say they are a team with a stud goaltender and really good forwards up and down the lineup. I mean, if Lafreniere finally figures it out, or Kako finally figures it out, maybe we're going to see them turning the corner. But I'm not. I wouldn't put any units on them.
Yeah, no, they're like the same team as last
Yeah.
year, and they keep finding that problem where it's kind of like the Islanders this year as well. They keep finding that problem where they just can't figure it out. I was surprised. I would have thought that would have been more like 500 than 330.
Yeah, I mean, everyone just hates the Rags. I think that's part baked into that as well. Everyone just loves hating the Rags. My favorite, the Canes is the best bet here. I think so, especially at plus 180. I mean, that's pretty good value.
Yeah. If I can
team that
double
should
my units,
probably win this division. Yeah, exactly. But if I had to pick a dark horse, you took the words out of my mouth, Betsky. Give me the Pens here, man. Plus 700. Sid the Kid looking to make some noise before he probably hangs him up in the next couple of seasons. Yep. How much more do you think Sid Kid's going to play? You got 2 more seasons in him?
I think he only has 2 more on his contract.
Yeah, now's the time to make that push, and he definitely wants one more.
Yeah,
absolutely. It'd be such a story.
I mean, for plus 700, a mad Sid the Kid with Carlson and Letang and Malkin and Gensel, yeah, it's kind of enticing.
But all you gotta do is get hot at the right time.
Yep,
exactly. And for plus 700, worth a sprinkle. I don't know. That's not an official play whatsoever, but that's the one that sticks out to me in this division.
So the way I want to do this, instead of taking them to win the division, I want to do a sprinkle of them to win the Eastern Conference, because that could be one of those things where they kind of sneak into the playoffs and things get hot at the right time. Jari starts to figure it all out. I mean, they could be special. And there's, we saw this with Peyton Manning when he came back and played for Denver. He just kind of brings a little magic with him. And with Crosby, with these like generational Hall of Famers, best of the sports of their sport, kind of getting to that point where they're fading. There's a little bit of magic that goes on with that. So
exactly.
We'll see.
Well, and if it all kind of comes together at the right time, that's the way. That's a good. And I mean, to win the East is probably
way better odds.
Plus 1,500, plus 1,000, something like
exactly.
that.
So put quarter a unit on that and pray.
Not a bad point. Or you could also maybe bet him. You could also bet him to make the playoffs. That's probably plus money as well, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's minus 225.
Fucking shit. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Eastern Conference teams to make the playoffs, 23, 24 year. I mean, the Canes are minus 720. The Devils are minus 520. The Bruins are minus 295. You can find that line to not make. Probably get some really good value if you really don't think they're going to make it.
Easy. I thought it was going to be more. Well, maybe not crazy plus money, but at least like plus 100. But yeah, win the East is nice look there, Betsky, for sure. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about the next division, because otherwise we'll just keep talking and we'll be an hour and a half into this show and we won't get through it all. All right, next up, the Central. So Colorado, obviously plus 150, the favorites here, but right behind them, right on their heels, the Dallas Stars plus 160, the Minnesota Wild plus 650, Winnipeg Jets plus 900, my Nashville Predators plus 1,800, the St. Louis Blues, landed plus 3,000, plus 7,000, and then the Chicago Blackhawks plus 12,500. Lindsay, I'll let you go first on this one. What's your favorite look on this particular fairly top-heavy division?
I'm torn right now between the Avs and the Stars, because I feel like the Stars have that kind of team to make the turn. I mean, obviously, if I remember correctly, they battled it out for the division title right to the end this past year, and those odds are close enough. We'll go with the Stars on this one, but we go with a little bit of a. Oh, I wasn't even looking at that. A little dark horse, I think. And I mean, I guess they're not that far down the list, but kind of like the Minnesota Wild. I don't know why. They are a good team. I mean, did Fleury return? I believe he returned. So they have the experienced goaltender who I believe is healthy. Kaprizov, I mean, the kid is fucking ridiculous, man. I mean, how long does it take till he can actually really turn this team? And they've been a contender. It's not like they've been a bad team. It's almost like they need one or two things to really push themselves over the edge. They could do it this year. You never know. Trading deadline, give or take, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for the value, plus 650 too. Kind of similar logic to the Penguins conversation as well. Betsky, what do you think, man? What's your favorite bet in this Central Division?
Stars are definitely mine. I think Colorado has some depth issues. I mean, we saw what kind of happens with when they get some injuries. I'm still shocked they won it last season. I think I got Dallas at plus 300 around December or so when Makar was out for a while. And when their injury depth was really bad, and they still managed to come back. I think they won 8 games in a row at the end of the season. So obviously you can't count them out here, but I look at these two teams on paper, and I mean, give me Dallas all day. I think Dallas is really just missing a little bit of blue line depth, but other than that, I mean, they should be a wagon this year.
Yeah, as much as I fucking hate the Dallas Stars, you are correct. I think they should be top dog here, unless McKinnon just has one of those seasons and just fucking takes over. Like if McKinnon possibly
McKinnon
threatens, if Makar stays healthy, McKinnon stays healthy, and they have Norris/Hart caliber type seasons between the two of them, that would push the Avalanche over the edge or over the line here. But also, I think Robo takes a big step again this season. I think we saw kind of the budding superstar isms in him the last season, and I think that continues again this year. And I think that we could see him turn into a top 5 player in the NHL this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I pain to say it too, but I think the Stars is the best bet here. The bottom 4. I mean, Jesus, dude. Like, I probably am gonna sprinkle on the Predators just because I'm a fan of this team. But like, I don't know. It could just the Predators also do weird shit all the time, man. Where you think they're just gonna be dog water, and then they end up somehow magically making the playoffs. So I don't know. Going to be an interesting division. Obviously, the cream of the crop is at the top where it should be, and I think the Stars should take it. But
I mean, Preds have the best goaltender, so
they do.
Sometimes you can ride that.
Yeah, I mean, if Saros stays healthy, and they're able to score some goals, and Yossi stays healthy, you can make some noise for sure. I think they make the playoffs, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna talk all about it all year long. All right, let's move on. Talk about the Pacific Division. The Pacific Division. These are the odds via Bet Online. Edmonton Oilers plus 165, the Vegas Golden Knights plus 260, the Los Angeles Kings plus 450, Calgary Flames plus 750, Seattle Kraken plus 1100, Canucks 1200, Sharks plus 20,000, and the Anaheim Ducks to round it out, quack plus 30,000. Betsky, what's your read on the Pacific here, man?
Man, I want to say Kings, actually, but I just don't trust their goaltending. If they make a move for a goaltender and this is still available mid-season, I don't think that it will be. But, man, that's what I would jump on. But, I mean, going into the season with Copley and who else do they have? I need to look it up.
I don't even know. I honestly don't even know. We talked about this briefly when we talked about the Pacific Division last week about the Kings and their lack of goalie depth and their lack of solid goaltending anyway. Otherwise, that whole lineup looks nice.
It's Cam Talbot.
Wow.
Cam Talbot and Phoenix Copley, who was a career AHL goaltender and just had a really good season, but I just don't believe in it. So, yeah, I want to be able to put like a unit on 450 for them, but I just don't trust the goaltending enough. I would like to go right back to Vegas Golden Knights, but I think it's tough for teams after winning a cup. Usually get that little bit of a hangover. I don't trust their goaltending either. Give me the Oils, and then I will sprinkle a little bit on the Kraken. I'm talking quarter unit here. They continue to surprise everyone. I could see them also just totally falling off and not, maybe those magic beans are gone. But if Shane Wright plays for them and maybe he has a hell of a season, if Beniers takes another step up, I mean, we know they have the forward depth. I think that blue line kind of started really becoming a full unit and playing like one. Vince Dunn could be a dark horse for the Norris. I mean, for the value there, I may do a quarter unit on it and then take the favorites for a full unit.
I was kind of looking at the Flames too, Landon. This is interesting as well.
Everybody's been talking about them.
Yeah, they were so bad last year, and
their coaching changed. They swept a little bit of the dirt out of that culture. I think they're ready to come back biting. So I love the Flames point total. I think I took them at over. I think it was 94.5, and they had 93 points last season. So
that's
all they need to do is win one more game without Daryl Suter behind the bench, and they get it.
Yeah. I saw an interesting point from our buddy Ryan Sura today. He's taking Jonathan Huberdeau over his points, and he had it. Yeah. Part of the reasoning for that was the basically that Sutter has just diminishes the value. Yeah, it compared it to Kopitar, and when Kopitar was with him, he had like 50 points, and the season after leaving Sutter, he had like 90 points. So neutered him is a good way to describe that for sure. Yeah, so I think that will be a huge transition for this Flames team. And I mean, we know what the Flames are like, dude. Saddle Dome's fucking electric. If they can get some shit going in that arena, and the Calgary heads can get fucking behind that team again, yeah, could be interesting. Yeah, that Oilers Flames matchup will always be a spicy matchup no matter what. So, yeah, I don't know. And Z, what do you think about this division, man?
I like the sprinkle of the dark horse for the Kraken, 100%. I was thinking the same thing. I mean, they're just you don't know what to expect with them. So I like that, but give me the Oilers. The Oilers seem to be like the Leafs, where they're the best team during the regular season, and then the playoffs happen. I can't speak on what they'll do in the playoffs, but they're such a good regular season team, time in and time again. I like them, and I think and I'm going to blank on his name, actually, if I can pull it up. Give me 1 second. So what's the goalie's name? Stuart
Skinner.
Thank you. If he can have a really good season, that's been one of their weaker spots. So if he can have a good solid year this year, which I believe he's projected to, they take that division again.
And goalies are weird. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Campbell's the better goalie out of the two. I mean, goalies can go up and down one season after another, and you never know.
Hockey goalies,
they have the depth and goal finally.
Hockey goalies is probably one of the most enigmatic positions of all sports. Like these guys are like their mental preparation, what they do with their lives. Like when you hear them interviewed, some of them are super fucking normal, and some of them are just like so weird, dude. Yeah, I mean it's one of the strangest positions to try to even think about playing. Like
you literally, you sit on the other side of the rink from the rest of everyone for half the game. Yeah. You're just sitting there by yourself,
and then you just get fucking peppered,
sweating,
pelted with a rubber puck.
Yeah, and
so I played soccer.
A big rubber thing's gonna just come flying at you and. 30 seconds.
Constantly. I played soccer, and I mean, soccer's obviously way bigger pitch, but the concepts are similar. And sometimes goalies, if you're dominating a game, don't see the field or don't see the ball or any action for 75 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's a similar thing because like you have to have that mentality that like at any particular moment you have to be 100% on your game, whereas like the rest of the game you can just go thinking about your grocery list. So to me, on that similar note. I'm not betting this, but I was just looking at it while you guys were talking. The Canucks are kind of interesting to me.
Yeah.
Demko, if he puts it together like he has the capabilities to, can be a top keeper in the game. I mean, Elias Pettersson was awesome last year, and if he can have another season like that, take another step, I don't know, man. The Canucks could make some noise here, especially. But it's going to rely. I was thinking about it with you guys talking about the goalies. It's going to kind of rely on if Demko can stay consistent and if he can have like that type of season. Who knows? We'll see. But I think that's the Oilers or nothing for me in this one. If you're taking a legitimate bet on the top of this division, I'd go with the Oilers. Okay, last one. Let's move on to the Atlantic, and then we're going to dive in and talk about the Hart and the Norris briefly, and then we're going to cook up a prize picks for the opening day. Let's go. If you guys are joining us, thanks so much for stopping by for your afternoon Betspresso for Puckett. We appreciate you every single Tuesday. Come and hang out with us 5:30 Eastern on the Betting News channel. If you're listening on the Spotify version of this episode or anywhere else you guys are listening and paying attention, we appreciate it. Come back next time. All right, moving on. Let's talk about the Atlantic Division odds via Bet Online. The old Maple Leafs plus 180 to win the division. Boston Bruins plus 375.
Wow.
I know, right? Your Cats, Betsky, Florida Panthers plus 475. Tampa Bay Lightning also pretty surprising at plus 600. Sabres plus 1,000. Senators plus 1,200. Detroit Red Wings plus 2,500. And to round it out, the Habs plus 20,000. Betsky, I'll let you go first here, brother. What? I mean, this one, I think this is the most interesting to me of all of the numbers on this entire divisional breakdown. What's your read on this one, man?
I do too. You know what? I'm going to go with the Ice Cats, man. I am going to go with Florida Panthers here. I love the value. If we can get Bobrovsky to play even 3/4 the way he played in the playoffs, they're going to be a much better team than they were most regular season last year. They had huge adjustments last season. You didn't really see this team come together until maybe the last quarter of the season. I mean, they just went to the Cup Finals. They should be riding high. I like the moves they made. I think I like the depth more, especially behind the net, than I do for Toronto. I know Sammy looked really good at the end of the season, but that area to play in, it can be really challenging. And if things go a little south, I mean, give me the Panthers especially for the value there. I was actually surprised to see them listed third. And then now we're talking about Vasilevsky being out for 8 to 10 weeks. So there's a big opening there to really kind of make sure that they get ahead of their division rivals too. So
there's also the Stamkos uncertainty right now with the Bolts. There's the contract discussions that are kind of ongoing with him. They don't know what's going to happen with that, which always adds tumultuous situations in the locker room with the players if you buy into that too much. But I mean, the Vasilevsky thing is massive. Inzi, what's your thought on this one, man? What's your favorite on the? I mean, there's so many different ways you could look at this.
I know this is a good one. I lean the Leafs, like just based off of that. They always tend to be a good regular season team. Excuse me. You got Nylander, who's playing for a contract, it looks like, because nothing's really happened. The Big Four have really been put under a big microscope now, and they know it. So it's time for them to shit or get off the pot. And I think this is it. This is going to be the last year, I think, before they get dismantled if they really don't do something. But on a weird, sneaky one, I kind of like the Senators. As a dark horse there. I mean, they got Korpisalo. They brought in Tarasenko. They were good last year. They were one of the best teams to bet on for SOGs. I kind of like them sneaky. Everybody's saying, "Oh, Brady Tkachuk, you suck. Your team is jinxed." I don't know about that, man. If they can stay healthy, solid. They could be a pretty good team.
Yeah. I mean, I think them or the Sabres at that plus 1,000, plus 1,200.
I like Sabres there too.
Yeah, a lot of competition.
What is Levi?
Levi, I like the jeans. Levi like the jeans.
Yeah, Levi. Yeah. I mean, if he puts it together like he kind of is looking like he could this season, I mean, the Sabres look kind of nice.
I know.
I want to hear your thoughts on the Bruins, Betsky, because I know you have some interesting takes on this Boston team. Plus 375 looks very enticing for a team that didn't they win the President's Trophy last year? Am I just
not only that they had the best regular season of all time
ever.
Yep. And now they have Pavel Zacha as their top line center.
Yeah, I know, right? You lose a Hall of Famer, and that's how that goes.
If you pull up their daily face-off lineup, it looks bleak to me. I was shocked to see them second on that list. So I think that's one big reason why I like the Panthers here is my second favorite team to win the divisions better than plus 300. So
he's not kidding. If you want me to pull it up real fast.
Yeah, I mean sure. James Ramsden's like on your top line with Pavel Zacha and David Pastrnak.
Yeah.
This is one of those. I feel like
Poitras?
that this. I feel like
I
that
don't even know who that is.
this number is probably more for the Bruins' name that they're getting this number.
Agreed.
You know?
And I'm sure there's a lot of people that are taking it.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Feels
third
like
line looks like a fourth line. Morgan Geeky, for some reason, is on 2 lines on this.
They don't even have enough centers.
Yeah,
they just got to fill this dude in both
Yeah.
spots.
I just couldn't believe that they let Hall go for nothing and then weren't able to sign Orlov or Bertuzzi. I figured for sure they're moving Hall out and they're going to sign Bertuzzi long term. I mean, I don't get it. So I'm totally on their under for their point total too. I don't know what it's at now. I wrote a little piece earlier this summer, and I think it was around 94.5 or 96.5. It may have moved by then, but I don't have too much faith in it. We'll see. Last year I was down on them too, and I obviously was wrong.
It's always bad when you think someone's gonna suck, and then like they end up really doing not only great, but they end up fucking doing like historical great things, right?
Yep.
Their total right now is sitting at 100.5. So over is -122, under is -104.
Wow. Jeez. So I'm talking about taking them under on like 96-ish. The other thing is the way this division is, Ottawa, Buffalo, and Detroit all improved and are going to be really fighting for a playoff spot. All 3 of them were almost in last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that division's going to look just as tight as the Metro.
Yep.
I have a theory that I think, or I have a thing that could possibly happen. I can't think of the word for that right now off the top of my head, but I think that if the Bruins suck, like if they end up getting to the point in the middle of the season and they're looking like that they may not even sniff the playoffs, which probably won't happen, but I think that Pasta could go. I think that if they get to the point where, I mean, if the price is right, look at this team. Like you just saw on paper. Who do they fucking have? Pasternak and Marchand to build off of, right?
Yeah.
If the best thing that I would say to do is get the best value you can for your best players, send them to a team that's going to compete, blow it all up, start from scratch. And hockey teams do that all the time.
Yeah.
I think that this might be, you lost one of your franchise best players, one of the, heart and soul of that team. And if things go south, I could see Pasta being like, yo, let me go play with fucking in Colorado, or let me go skate around and oh my god, dude.
Too many
I'm not saying it's going to happen. I could very much see us being in December talking about the Bruins very much underperforming and Pasta being on the trading block.
Yeah.
But where did you say he was going to go? Where was the whisper?
The Panthers, the Ice Cats. No, there's no way. I don't think they could fit it in the cap, and I don't think they really have pieces to trade back, but there is a little team down in the desert that has a shit ton of picks.
I mean, did you imagine fucking
Pasta partying in Scottsdale every night? Hell yeah, I can.
Honestly, if there's anybody in the NHL that I want to have a beer with, it's David Pasternak, dude. That guy looks like he looks party.
Yep. Kraken would be an interesting one, though.
Mm-hmm. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
The Stars. Imagine him playing for Dallas.
Yeah, Jesus. I just don't know how they fit it.
No, they wouldn't.
Buffalo, Buffalo has a ton of young players.
And Kane might join them. Patty Kane may join.
I mean, there's some spots.
Yeah.
I like how this turned into my like theoretical situation has now turned into us moving David Pasternak to so many different teams.
Yeah.
Imagine he goes to Pittsburgh.
Watch the Bruins fucking win the President's Trophy again.
No, I know.
About it like this.
Let's say that.
Pasta has 200 points somehow.
I know, right? Yeah, him going to Pittsburgh would be disgusting. That would be nasty.
Again, cap issues there. Columbus is interesting. I don't know if he has a no trade though, so he may be able to kind of pick where he goes. Oh, Carolina's got a lot of great prospects, and they could probably move somebody youngish back. Seth Jarvis.
Carolina would be nice. Interesting. Yeah, but that's definitely definitely something to look out for at the start of the season in this division, because him or Marchand or both, if they start really sucking ass, they're going to want to get some value there, I would believe. Okay. let's move on and talk about. So that was the divisional breakdown with you guys. Obviously, drop what you guys think in the chat, whatever your favorite bets are. None of these bets are official for us too, as well, guys. We don't have anything officially on these numbers. We'll tweet them out. Go follow us all on the X Machine at Gretzky Beskies, at Walmart Mac Miller, and at Sweatpant Jesus. Before we actually put anything official out there, but these are just conversations.
I may or may not have parlayed them all for plus 16, 3, 6 for $5.
What? All the winners that we chose?
Yeah, the 4. I got Oilers, Canes, Stars, and Panthers. Plus 16,000, 316.
Okay, well, there you go. I lied, and Z has beans in this hunt now. Sorry.
I mean, listen, I parlayed them all and put $5 on it. If you want to value, if you want to weigh my value on it.
My middle name is Sweatpants Lotto Jesus. If you didn't know, I love me a good lotto. All right, let's talk about a couple individualized awards that you guys can bet on as well. We'll start with the Connor McDavid Trophy, aka the Hart Trophy. It's not the Connor McDavid Trophy, just a joke.
Odds are just
Hart Trophy.
Crazy.
It's disgusting. So this is only the top 8 players. There's multiple players you can bet on for this award. You can go and check it out at Bet Online or whatever book you guys use. Connor McDavid minus 105, nasty. Nathan McKinnon plus 900. Leon Draisaitl plus 1,000. Matthew Tkachuk plus 1,400. Austin Matthews plus 1,600. Kirill Kaprizov plus 1,600. David Pastrnak, if he stays with the Bruins, plus 1,800. And Jack Hughes plus 1,800. So of these 8 gents, is there anybody that's jumping out to you as a decent investment for overtaking, basically just playing better than McDavid this season? I would say that's the measuring stick, right?
I think there's only one guy on that list that could possibly outdo him, and that's the guy right under him. McKinnon. I don't know. McKinnon seems, I mean, he's big, he's huge. He seems like the only guy that could really, if he stays healthy, put up the numbers, put up 50 goals, lead his team. I just don't see anybody beating McDavid, man.
Chef, put this up here. Do you know who Brian Posen is?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is. He's apparently, you sound exactly like this guy.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. You sound like a lot of different people. The amount of times I listen to your voice and I'm like, he sounds like blank. Anyway, you have a very distinctive vocal cords. On that same note, what do you think, man? Do you like anybody besides McJesus?
I could see it being a big Matthews year. I mean, if you're talking about them potentially being one of the best teams in the league, if not the best, and Matthews, can out goal pace McDavid. I know English, right. I swear. Mm-hmm. And I mean, yeah, thank you.
Words are hard sometimes.
I kind of like Matthews there. Hughes is kind of interesting too, but
I was just absolutely.
I guess if I'm going to, and I guess if I'm going to take someone, I mean, they're all odds wise, they're all kind of nice. You kind of can't go wrong. I mean, McKinnon at 900 is pretty good too, but.
I for me, from when I was looking at this list, I like Hughes the best out of all of these guys. Yeah. Just solely because last season, I mean, we've seen what Jack Hughes can do many, many times, but if Timo Meier fits in correctly, if this lineup clicks the way that people kind of thought it was, this is a good one from Adam too. Tage Thompson.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think Hughes has the best possibility of an upside here that could sneak for the value. I mean, McKinnon's probably the best overall besides McDavid bet, but I like Hughes a lot. I think that's a good one.
He's gonna win one in his career. I don't know when, but he's gonna put up like 120, 40 points, whatever it may be to be necessary. But he's gonna do it one year. It's just a matter of who's playing as well that year, meaning who's healthy, who's not. What their schedule looks like, what kind of heater he gets on. But he's so young, man. I mean, this kid is so young, and we've seen what he did this past year. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Tkachuk's a good bet too. I mean, like you said, Besky, the odds on all these guys are worth a sprinkle. If you really have a particular lean on one guy, Sprinkle it.
Yep.
Because the good thing too is that you could bet it, and then halfway through the season, homie could be the favorite for a little bit, and you can then probably have a cash out option depending on what book you use. So to Chuck's nice,
Or just hedge with
I mean,
McDavid. I mean, it's close
go.
enough to get winning a
Exactly.
unit back. So
yeah, exactly. I think that this is going to depend upon if McDavid gets hurt, because I think
Agreed.
if McDavid plays a whole season, he's probably going to win it again. Just because,
and that makes me not want Draisaitl at all, because if McDavid gets hurt, then what happens to Draisaitl? Can he prop a team up like McDavid can? Is his point total going to be anything like what it is when McDavid's in the lineup? I don't think so. So
I don't.
He's probably the one person on that list I don't want.
Yeah,
I agree
wouldn't
with
say
that big
Draisaitl
time.
either. Because
He's
like
just
you
too
said, which is
reliant.
it's a great point. The only way that he would probably win it would be as if McDavid had a down year or he got hurt. And if that's the case, then Draisaitl's probably not going to have as good of a season.
Yep,
exactly.
So that's a good point. All right, so let's move on and talk about the Norris Trophy via Bet Online. Cale Makar plus 190. All of the guys plus money here, so this is a little bit more interesting. Adam Fox plus 500. Rasmus Dahlin plus 800 from them Sabres. Charlie McAvoy plus 1,400. Erik Karlsson plus 1,400. Miro Heiskanen plus 1,400. Quinn Hughes plus 1,400. And my boy, Roman Josi plus 1,800. Or actually, Betsy, I'll let you go first this time. What's anything you're liking here?
I really like Josi.
Me too, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like last year was somewhat of a down year for him. He was very close to winning the Norris a couple years ago. To me, this is another one kind of like the Hart. Like, take Makar. You're going to win almost 2 units, and then as your hedge bet, and then do a half unit or a quarter unit on pretty much anybody below Fox. I don't like McAvoy. Karlsson, I'm a little worried about because Letang's there to eat some of those minutes. I'm not a huge believer in Heiskanen being able to put up the points necessary for it, and we know that this award really depends on points. So if I'm looking on this list, I like Josi quite a bit here. Another one that I think is really sneaky is Vince Dunn.
Yeah,
Vince Dunn.
That was what you said was a nice pick too. All right, I'm gonna skip you, NZ. You can go after me because Betsy's got me bricked up, dude. Why is Roman Josi plus 1,800?
I don't get it. I don't understand why he's not the fourth one there. I would rank him right below Dahlin.
Yeah, I mean, maybe in different books,
odds.
maybe they do have him odds in particular place. It's probably because, like you said, he had a down season last year, and
but he's got twice as much value as Dahlin.
Absolutely, and I think that I'm gonna bet this. This is probably the first thing that I will bet for the overall season is I'm gonna sprinkle this, and plus 1,800 is just too good to pass up here for one of the most talented all-around defenders in the entire National Hockey League. And I say that with a tiny bit of homerisms, but it is just factual information. If he puts it together and he stays healthy for this whole season and the Predators don't absolutely blow, he's going to flirt with being the highest scoring defenseman again. So, NZ, what do you think, man?
I'm thinking the guy's name that you whispered as you said it, Mr. Rasmus Dahlin. I feel like the last time Betsky was with us, we talked about this, and we were talking about Dahlin as a huge possibility for the Norris this year. And on that Hungry Sabres team, we saw what he did this past year. I mean, it's only up from here for him, man. So I like him, especially plus 800. Nice. But I agree with you guys. Josi, that value is crazy, man. This is Bet Online. I got to check out, see if they have this on my bookie.
Yeah. I mean, so there's, again, the lines for these are very diverse. They're very diverse based upon which book you go to. They're not all the same in like what, like a spread for NFL is. A lot of these are going to jump around quite substantially, especially the further you go down a list. So definitely check it out on different books if you play on different books. This is a good point from Adam here. Bouchard plus 5,000. We saw what he did at the end of the season last year. Was basically guaranteed a point per game. Yeah. Probably should continue again this year, to be honest. Yeah. I kind of like that, Adam, as a little sprinkle. That's a nice play.
That's a great look too.
Yeah, this is true, Adam. But the thing is, for Yossi, is he's still going to be the quarterback of that power play. He's still going to get those secondary assists like it's nothing. Probably first assist. He's still going to have that main slap shot at the top of the top key. So I agree. Yes, but I still think that he's going to have to be one of the main point people, one of the main point providers on this team to make some noise.
I can actually bet on this stuff. Holy shit. NC just got hard. Sorry.
Oh, NZ just got bricked up. We love it.
I can actually play my man for the Vezina this year at plus 450. Give me that all day. He's winning it this year.
I didn't make one for the Vezina, but we'll have plenty of time to talk more about that as we move forward in the next couple of weeks. What's your one pick, just quickly before we cook up this prize picks? What's your one pick for a Vezina winner? I don't have the odds in front of me. I guess you're looking at it right now, NZ.
Yeah, I can read them off if you want. Mine is the favorite to win it, Mr. Elias Sorokin, plus 450. Wait, why don't I just share my screen?
You can do that.
I'm not like logged in or anything. I am logged in, but whatever. I don't say anything other than I have no money in the account because I don't use it.
There you go.
All right, so we got Ilya Sorokin, Igor Shesterkin, plus 560. How do you say UC Saros? Am I saying that right?
UC, yep.
UC Saros, plus 580. Connor Hallebuck, plus 630. Vasilevsky, I don't know what he was originally at, but I have to imagine he dropped to this plus 1075. Adi, plus 1125. Omar, the defending Vezina Holt Trophy winner, plus 1725. Wow. Gustafson, plus 1900. I'm going to stop there because I'm not going to keep reading them all.
What's Bobrovsky at?
Let's see. Where is he?
It's plus 4,000, I think.
Yep, plus 4,000.
I mean, the wins are important for the Vezina. I think that's one reason why I'm a little scared of Saros or Sorokin, even though I love them and think they're probably the top two goalies in the league.
I mean, he got the wins
Schuster again.
No.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, he got the wins last year. It's just
he
just was up against tough competition. Allmark
now, if Hallebuck gets traded to the Kings, slam it.
That would
as
be
soon
ridiculous.
as the news breaks, I would take that in a second.
I mean, it's probably worth sprinkling now with the assumption that it might happen. You know,
potentially.
Is there been talks?
There was talks of him going to
Whispers.
Jersey. I mean, there's not that many teams that look like they need a goalie more obviously than they do to me. So
real quick before we cook up this prize picks, just why would has there ever been a goalie that's missed time, like a substantial period of time, like Vasilevsky's going to miss and has won a Vezina? Has that ever happened in NHL history?
I
would assume not.
Yeah.
Why would you fucking pick this guy?
I don't know.
Plus 1,000. I mean, I get the numbers enticing for a previous Vezina winner, but like, he ain't winning if he's not going to play for the first 2.5 months of the season.
Yeah,
dude. Can I read the Calder odds real fast?
Sure.
Yeah,
go for it.
Bedard minus 149. Luke Hughes plus 730. Logan Cooley plus 980. Devin Levy plus 1450, and then Adam Fantilli plus 1700. Carlson rather is plus 3600. There's a ton of other guys on here, but wow.
I mean, it's pretty much Bedard. Like they think Bedard's winning it.
Yeah, Bedard or bust.
I think there's a lot of value in some of those other names.
Cooley, bro. That goal he scored the other night was disgusting.
Yep.
That was nasty. All right, let's wrap this up. Let's cook up a prize picks for the opening night on Tuesday.
Right.
We're gonna talk all about the actual games on Tuesday on Puck It next week. So come back on next if you like all the hockey talk. Come back next Tuesday, 5:30 Eastern. We're gonna talk about the actual games, boys, because we're a week away. But let's cook up a prize picks. So drop your favorite SOGs in the chat.
There's only
I know where I want to.
Right?
Sorry.
No, I just wanted to there's only so many options. That's all. There's only 6 teams, and there's not too many. I could almost read them all off. But
then why don't we? I mean, I know it's very enticing, but why don't we wait? Why don't we do this on on Tuesday.
All right, we can do that too.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh
do it
man,
because I mean,
Pittsburgh versus Chicago.
Oh Jesus!
How many
dear God.
Pittsburgh Penguins are going to make the slip?
Also, how many? I mean, the Penguins also bled shots last year, dude. Like bled shots. So
Yeah.
I could see Bedard.
Yo, they took
ripping
Yossi
Puck on that,
off.
too. Did they?
Yeah, he was on
They
it
know.
just before.
They know.
They probably bumped it to 4 already. Shit's hitting.
I took an
Well,
entry.
yeah,
That's how I know. I did one already,
Good for you.
and he's in it,
Nice.
and now he's gone. That's bullshit.
And now he's gone. Well, all right. So we were gonna do that, but I think let's hold our water, boys. Let's keep it. Let's do it Tuesday. So you guys have to come back on Tuesday if you want to cook. We'll do it. We'll do a cook session every single Tuesday because that's what we do on this show. But there's no games to talk about. There's no real things to cook at the particular moment. We'll have to just wait until next Tuesday. But from every Tuesday moving forward, we will cook up a shots on goal entry, and we will also cook up a little lotto for the vibes as always. But it's been fun hanging out with you guys today, man. Stick and Puck is back, boys. So excited.
It's good times today, guys.
Oh yeah. If you guys have enjoyed checking out the channel, we appreciate you guys hanging out. Give us a follow. Like I said, click on the little like button, click on the little thumbs up, whatever you're doing, wherever you're watching. And we will be back with you guys the rest of the week, talking about a little bit of everything on the sports betting world. And we'll be back with you guys talking about the NHL next Tuesday with the three of us, and Shaggy will have hopefully returned from his stupor by that point. But go follow these fine gentlemen on the Twitter or the X machine at Gretzky Petskis, at Walmart Mac Miller, and at Sweatpant Jesus. Myself. Go give us a follow, and go give us all of a follow at Your Betting News on the Twitter machine. Chef, I don't have anything, dude. Like literally nothing. There's also, what is there, like one baseball game?
I think because the other two were played during the day. Yeah, I think there's only 1 or 2 games. You're gonna start soon.
Chef, I love you, bro, but we can't. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to cook. Give the people what they want. I know. Come on. There's 2 baseball games. It's playoffs, though, man. I know. Jeffrey, I love you, but do these faces look like that they peeped the fucking baseball lab today? Do these look like faces of gentlemen who have peeped the baseball lab? the answer is no. I know. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. But I promise. Oh, Jesus is down. Oh, see, God damn it. This is what happens. Well, I'll just let you guys do it in the chat, and we'll do a little. You have about a minute if you want to cook something between the two of you. Otherwise we're gonna get out of here because we're already at our hour mark anyway. So if you like the content, like I said, give us a follow. Give these gentlemen a follow on the Twitter machine, and we'll see you guys back tomorrow. It'll be Shaggy by himself tomorrow. Shaggy surfing.
You'll see him with the coffee cup.
Yeah. He'll be back in his. He'll probably have a dog play. He likes to get jiggy when he's by himself. I joked with him yesterday, and I was like, "Hey man, you're gonna be back by yourself. I'm not gonna be interrupting you every 10 seconds." So he'll be able to party by himself, which is nice. And then we'll be back on Thursday with you guys through the rest of the week. So, appreciate you guys hanging out, talking stick and puck. Like I said, go follow these fine gentlemen. We'll be back next Tuesday to talk about some actual games, and we'll be with you guys for the entire season to talk all about the NHL. For all of you guys in the chat, thanks so much for stopping by today. We appreciate you guys as always. You make this the reason why we do this and the reason why we all trying to just hit some bets and have a good time. So go check out bettingnews.com. You'll be able to read Betsky's scribbles very, very soon. You'll be able to read NZ's scribbles very, very soon. And you can always check out my scribbles on there too. So we appreciate you guys. Gentlemen, say an absolutely spectacular goodbye to these wonderful people.
Spectacular goodbye, beautiful people.
All right, get ready to lace them up. We're 1 week away.
Yeah,
Frozen Pond is here. All right, we came for the winners. You stayed for the vibes. We will see you guys on the next one. See you later, guys. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the down in the
Now I know y'all be loving this shit
what you
right
know
here.
about rolling
What you gonna do?
rolling
What you gonna do now?
down in the rolling
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
what you know about